All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to not only a brand new series, but in a brand new game. Welcome to U5. Uh, um, I have been playing quite a bit of this game when I'm not at work. I've been very much enjoying it. For those of you, I don't know what I was about to say. Anyway, we're just gonna go ahead and play some U5 from now. For now, we're gonna do that. I think what I'm going to do. All right. So, I mean, obviously, we're playing the Kingdom of Naples because I was doing a Naples campaign in EU4, and probably won't be continuing that. Maybe will, who knows? But in that spirit, I decided to do a Naples campaign in EU5. So I've run a couple of test runs, and I've gobbled up all of this basically um, as my early routes of expansion while I'm waiting for Italy to stop being stupid. The problem is that I've rivaled Bulgaria, and as a result, they keep joining wars that I'm fighting over here. So, I am not going to rival them this time. I'm going to rival people who cannot do anything, essentially, about those wars. Going to rival Tlemcen and Tunis. So that when I inevitably declare over here, uh, we won't just have Bulgaria joining in to, try to kick our teeth in. Um, I have yet to actually learn the trade system, so I just kind of let the AI do the trading for me. And the generals and the admirals, I don't care about any of that. So I have a basic understanding of how all of this nonsense works. I just don't really have the desire to micro all of that right now. So I'm just not going to. Let's see. So we can have possible reforms. This is the estates, similar to in EU4, but, you know, vastly different. Crown power is, I would actually argue, significantly more important in EU5 than the state holding what the most crownland was in EU4. I would argue that it's way more important. We're going to grant the burghers building rights, though, so that they will build buildings on their own using their money. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll also give them this so that we get bonus trade capacity. We are going to revoke this because we don't want to be moving that much toward decentralization. We want to be moving towards centralization. But to appease them a little bit, I will give them a couple, or at least one thing, one privilege. Yeah, I think I'm only going to give them the one. Nah, not worth it. Okay, that's fine. They'll be a little upset for a little while, but I don't care. We'll go ahead and take this because it gives us centralization, and that's what we're wanting. We're also going to do this because we are going to be declaring on a bunch of people over here who are not Catholic. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We've now upset the nobility. We will give them this to satisfy them a little bit. We will also potentially give them another thing. Potentially. I'll give them this. There we go. Okay, so one of the first things that we need to start working on is actually building up. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Open the country panel. You are a vassal of Sicily. Okay. So Sicily is someone we're going to want. Oh. Okay, well we can't really fight Sicily, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Let's see. You are just an independent little derp. We can create... What? Interesting. That's very interesting. Cleanse heresy is what we're looking for. Should we just go directly after the Byzantines immediately? I mean, if we were going to do that, we could literally just no CB them right off rip. You are a vassal of Byzantium. Okay. Oh, I forgot to mention, right off rip, we do start off with a few subjects. Let me remember how to get to where I want to be. We start off with these two subjects. How did I get all this land before? Albania. I don't understand how... Because the first time I played a Naples campaign, I didn't notice Albania even existed, and they owned all of this land. So I'm thinking there might be some sort of something that unifies all of that. That happens relatively quickly. Okay, so we are in a union currently with Provence and a couple other little derps. We're likely going to lose that fairly quickly. Requirements not met. Yeah, it needs to exist for 5 years. They tend to leave pretty early in. Let's go ahead and go to our balance. We're going to make sure that we're minting quite a bit because we want the monies. I'm going to go ahead and automate these. They will try to maintain 50% satisfaction with all 4 of our estates while taxing them as much as they can and maintaining that that ratio of 50% satisfaction. Okay, so let us do some research. There we go. We're going to want an institution spread as quickly as possible. I'm just going to go ahead and just queue up a handful of things here. There we go. Now we don't have to worry about it. Let's see. Cabinet slots. See, I tried to do this before. Takes a long time. But it always just like goes away, which I think is kind of ridiculous. But we'll go ahead and try it again, because why not? Well, we also... Hold on. What is the control of our capital area look like? It's pretty good. We don't really need to worry about improving that. So let's develop our capital instead. Because... let's see. It's at 24 currently. Yeah, let's go ahead and develop it. Hire some dude bros to do these jobs. Let's see. Pops with needs. We need furniture, fish, legumes, and fruit. Okay. So let's go ahead and build a couple things that'll give us some furniture. Let's go ahead and build 3. Legumes, fish, and I've already forgotten what the other thing was. Fruit. A lot of fruit. Okay, so this is the raw materials map mode. So think of it sort of as like the trade goods map mode in EU4, except different. Let's see. Let's improve our legume. Oh, wait, hold on. There's lumber. We have an inefficiency of lumber. We're going to want to fix that as quickly as we can. Right, I forget that we are going to struggle with lumber right off rip. Let's go ahead and just bump each one of our lumber to... Oops. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Okay, bump each one of the lumber. It's not going to help us immediately, but we'll go ahead and now bump up the legumes. Let's see, we need fish. We don't have any of that on this side. It's literally just this one. Yeah, that's not in our country up there. We have 1 fish RGO. Okay. And then fruit, I believe we've just got the 1 down there. The 1 fruit. Yeah, it's just the 1 fruit. All the way down here. Hello. That's not going to be nearly enough, but I'm assuming that we will almost immediately be importing some of that. Let's see. We should look into potentially building some roads. We could build a road over to this town over here. Do I think that that's worth doing is the question. It's more wine. Roads will increase your proximity, which in turn increases the maximum control that you have over the area. As you can see, we don't have much in the way of proximity. Blue is your capital. It's, well, places you have 100% proximity. And then it works its way through green, yellow, orange, and red. The further from blue you get, the less proximity you have. Same with the control here. This does have maximum control of 14%. It starts with 20, but it will drop over time. It might actually be worth building roads to over here. Plus, it would give us a little bit more proximity to things like our legumes, which makes them more effective. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's build a road out to here. All right, we've spent pretty much all of our starting money. Sorry, just looking at the budget. I spend a lot of time looking at this. Balancing the budget. It's very important. Okay, let's see. This would give us a schnit. What am I doing? A shit ton of money if we build one of these. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and let some time pass. We have a claim thrown on Albania, which we don't really care about because we're not going to be using that. They are our subject. So we're not going to be doing any of that. Oh, yep. Got canceled. That's fine. Okay. So instead, what we will do, we're already working to develop our capital. So instead, what we're going to do is encourage people to migrate to our capital. The more people we get there, the more buildings we can build. The higher the development, the more people we can have there. Here, let's just look at some of this stuff. See, look at this. All right. So we have 35.75 development in our capital city. That gives us a lot of stuff, like a bonus to the max size of our RGO that exists here, which is wine. Just for the record, it gives us it increases the total maximum. Jesus Christ, the maximum number of building levels that you can build in the city. Decreases the cost, increases migration attraction, does all of these things. All of these things. Um, it's also supposed to increase. Did I just not look at it? Yeah, population capacity. So our current level of development increases our population capacity by almost 90%, um, which is honestly kind of insane. That's a very large percentage. These sorts of numbers down here we really want to get up as well. Market attraction is incredibly important because trade does not work the same way in EU5 as it did in EU4. In EU4, you had fixed locations of trade centers, and trade flowed in and out of those nodes in set directions. In EU5, however, you have trade markets. So this is our market that we are currently in, and we have to supply basically this entire market. All of our RGOs are supplying the goods that are available to this market. The Pope is also at least partially in our market, so they have access to some of our goods. And we have access to some of their goods that are in this this market, and then you trade between markets as you just freely as you wish. You do have obviously like a set distance that you can actually trade. You have a trade range, and these borders for these are not static. They're very much fluid. So there's a stat called market attraction. If your market attraction is higher, let's say the market attraction in Naples is higher than the market attraction in Dubrovnik, the Naples market will actually take locations from the Dubrovnik market and shrinking the Dubrovnik market and expanding the Naples market. I don't know if I'm even saying Naples right. I've always seen the word Napoli before, so that kind of confuses me that it says Naples. But, whatever. Who am I to argue with somebody else's language that I don't know? I don't know Italian, so. Alright. Byzantium is guaranteeing the independence of some of our subjects. We don't really give a shit. It's not going to do anything. Tunis declared us as their rival. That's fine. Guelphs and Ghibellines, yada yada yada. Bunch of nonsensical bullshit. We don't really care too much about this, I don't think. I don't really see the point in any of this. What even is this? This is just it's basically me versus everybody. That's what the way that looked? Yeah, no, I don't really care about all of that nonsense. I've just not really paid attention to it. Okay, a lot of people are joining one side or the other. That's fine. We're not too worried about it. I'm gonna go ahead and decide with the Pope. I don't care. Okay, so one thing we want to do is, I mean, we're just gonna spy on Byzantium. Fuck it. We're going to immediately, well, I say immediately, several months has already gone by. Let's see, we could spend some money. We could spend basically all of our money in exchange for research progress and moving towards innovative, which is what I want to do. Oh, which reminds me, I should show you guys, if I can find it, the values page. So think of these sort of as the ideas from EU4. You've got centralization, which gives these buffs as at full, and centralization, which gives these. Obviously, centralization, just looking at that, is immediately significantly better. So we'd want to move towards that. Or something like land, which gives proximity through land, or proximity costs through land, which is a huge thing that, we really want. But also, naval does proximity costs through maritime. We are both, we both have quite a bit of land, but also we're going to be conquering land over here. So honestly, naval might not be the worst for us. Now that I think about it, yeah, we might look into moving toward naval instead of land. Typically, I end up playing like landlocked nations. I've played quite a bit of Hungary. I played Strasbourg. I did play Holland though. I played some Holland. I've played quite a bit of Sweden as well, and a lot of Mali. I played down here. It's actually a lot of fun down there. I'm gonna go ahead and let some actual time pass. Something that doesn't really happen much in Paradox games. What does this one do? Wait, what? Kingdom of Hungary. Oh, I see. Okay, so basically... Wait a minute, what? King Robert the Wise Andrew. King Andrew Caroli. Okay. Interesting. Kingdom of Hungary loses 25 opinion. Or what? We form a union with Hungary instead of Provence? Maybe that's fine? I don't know what I just did. I might have actually just gotten rid of the possibility of that union on accident. Whatever happens, happens. It's okay. Alright. So, this game is a lot of managing your economy. We could either... okay. I really don't want to take out that much loans. We're gonna go ahead and just piss off the burgers. I don't want to take out those loans right now. It's too early in. I don't want to fuck up our very fragile economy. It is quite fragile at the moment. I would like to not fuck anything up. We could just declare an OCB war against the little derp over here. CBs are very hard to come by in this game. Let's see. We could potentially force them into our faction. It does let us conquer. Let's... I do want Italian provinces or locations. I want to expand in Italy. We're gonna see what we can do about that. Okay. Let's see. We need wheat, tar, books, and furniture. Oh god. We need a lot more than that. Bro. Okay. Okay. Alright. We need to bank some cash. Let's lower the amount that we're paying for the court. Fuck it. We'll take out a loan, but it'll be okay. Let's see. Let's go ahead and lower our diplomatic spending. Just to the point where we're still making... still gaining diplomats. That's another thing that's significantly different than in E4. In E4, you had a set number of diplomats, and you send them to go do things, and they take time to do those things. Not anymore. Now they are a slowly accrued resource. What does this do? Oh, that's actually pretty good. I like this one. It gives us migration attraction to towns and cities, also reduces the power of the clergy, and moves us toward innovative, which is what we want. Okay, so I'm perfectly okay with that. Let's see. We should improve the relations of our subjects, perhaps. Yeah, let's do that. Improve our subjects' relations, or subjects' opinions of us. And then maybe we should fish for like, maybe an alliance? Nope. Nobody wants that. Alright, how about a defensive league? Nobody but the Pope. Do I really want to join a defensive league with the Pope right now? Maybe we improve Hungary's opinion of us with that last diplomat instead. Hungary's a good dude to have on your side. I was allied to them the last time that I played as Naples, and they helped me beat up the Balkans nations. 'Twas very nice. 'Twas very, very nice. So now we're just letting time tick by, saving up some money so that we can... Ooh, uh-oh. Look at all the... We're losing diplomats. We would like to gain them so that we stay at least... We would like to at least go up to 1 so that we have 1 available. That's just how I like to play it. Our consort is dead. I guess that's fine. We are 62 years old with no male heir, which is upsetting, but it is what it is. It does mean, I'm pretty sure, that this is going bye-bye as soon as we die. So who is the heir to our throne then? Who's the heir to our throne? Probably Hungary's ruler then, since we're the same. Unless this isn't actually... Yeah, this is our ruler's nephew. Heir to Naples, Poland, and Innerclaw. Yeah, so he is our heir. That's fine. We'll end up in a union with Hungary. But that's okay. For the most part, we'll be able... Yeah. personal unions work differently in this game as well, so I'm not too worried about it. We have a claim thrown on Provence now. We're now in a union with Hungary and Croatia, which is fine. We got an extra cabinet slot. Oh, that's nifty. Let's go ahead and recover. Recover our prosperity and all that. Alright. Let's see. Claim thrown on Provence. We don't care. I don't care about Provence. I really don't. I actually think I legitimately probably could not care any less about Provence than I do. Just being honest here. I don't think I could care any less. Alright, and join our court. Okay, cool. All countries of King Andrea's Hungarian culture gain a 35% opinion. Or plus 35% opinion. We would lose legitimacy or we'd lose stability. I'd rather take the legitimacy hit right now. Stability now ranges from 100 at the max to negative 100 at the minimum. And it has an impact on all of these really cool things. Like your great power score, for instance, which leads into this. Hungary is the 22nd ranked power, and we are the 29th ranked power. So, if we become a greater power than Hungary, we will take over as the dude bro. So it needs to be in existence for at least 5 years to be able to set a senior partner. Right now it's just like we're just kind of existing with the same ruler. So it's not really like nobody's being integrated or anything like that. You know what? Let's go ahead and assimilate some population here. What is our total assimilation in this province as is? It is currently 98%. Let's go ahead and make that 100. Let's make everybody here Neapolitan. Okay. I was opening this to see... yeah, what can we do? I don't care. To see if there were any cultures that we could, at least not... I'm forgetting what all the words are. Let's see, this was... Sicilian, I believe, is an accepted culture. Or is this just a tolerated? That's just tolerated. We could tolerate Greco, which might not be the worst thing in the world. Or we could just take the time to just sort of weed it out, which I think is probably what we're going to do, is just take a little bit of time to weed that out. We're apparently in the business of pissing off our estates, for the economy. I don't care so much about the estates being happy at the moment. They are paying taxes, and that's all I really care about. As long as they keep paying some taxes and feeding into our economy, that's what's actually important. Let's see, we're not going to worry actually about our population's needs at the moment. We should be, but we're not going to. We're going to worry about the economy first, and then their needs. I'm not going to really give too much of a shit about their needs. Let's see. Our spy network up here is sufficient to create... oh, we don't have a diplomat available. That checks out. Oh, fuck. Well, we're just pissing people off. It's all good. Don't worry about it. They'll get over it, probably, hopefully. Hopefully. Hopefully they get over it. I'm sure they will eventually. They can't stay mad forever, right? Oh, prosperity's down. Jesus Christ. Okay, we can lose prestige, lose prestige, or lose more prestige. Okay, so we can either lose a little bit of prestige, piss off the nobles, a little bit of prestige, piss off the clergy, or a little bit more prestige. I mean, do we really need the prestige right now? I don't think we really need it at the moment. We're not too worried about prestige. We maybe should be, but I'm not too worried about it at the moment. Our great power score will dip a little bit, but that's okay. We are in a lot of things. Okay, let's see. We need money. We need money. That's what's important here. God, we're spending a lot on food. Why? Who and why? Let's see. For fuck's sake. Give me the prestige. Okay. Food. Really wish that wasn't covering literally everything. Okay. Okay, so this province needs food. Ooh, we're losing money. Okay, I don't care so much about these things at the moment. Gonna go ahead and not care about that either. Just so that our economy is positive. Alright, so this state right here needs food. We do have olives. They have olives and beeswax. Olives, beeswax. That's it. That's all the food they have is one olive and one beeswax. Oh, Jesus. No wonder they're hungry. They have no food. That's fine. We'll produce food in other provinces and they can just get the food from those provinces. I'm not too worried about it, honestly. Okay, let's see here. We need more money. God damn it. Okay. Let's see. Honestly, one of the easiest ways to make money in this game is just to beat people up. But we don't want to declare too many no CB wars. So we're not going to worry about that at the moment. Okay, we have $30. So we're going to use that to increase food, but also a food that our people really want. Something like maybe livestock, which gives 8 food and costs us $50, right? We've got the fucking lumber, the discrepancy in the lumber costs. Lumber costs a lot. Because we don't have much in the way of lumber, the supply is low, but the demand is high. Okay, more prestige. Prestige is actually really good. Look, it's a problem. All of this is a problem. Oh shit, look at that. No longer have a loan. Perfect. We got rid of it. It's gone. There was some sort of chaos. I should have read the things so that I knew what was actually going on, but we no longer have to pay that loan. Okay, we can now run a parliament dealy, Bob. Okay. So this is actually one of the main ways to be able to change your laws. So if we go to our laws, we can see that we've got all sorts of different categories of laws. We do want to change this, for instance, to this, because all of these are directions we want our dealy bobs to be moving in. These are all things we want. Cultural influence is also really good. But the main thing that we're going to want right off rip is the estate laws. We want to change the distribution of power to favor the ruler for this crown power and the maximum tax. Because right now it reduces crown power and moves us to decentralization. We don't want that. So you can spend 50% support to change a law. So what we're going to do is do some of these things to improve the parliament support. Okay, perfect. We're going to do that. Ask for a law change. Distribution of power to favor the ruler. Now that will take time. It looks like it'll complete on the 31st of October 1341, which is about a year and a half. But now you can see parliament support is below 50%, so it will fail if we leave it be. So what we can do is move towards land focus, which is something that we want anyway, and suddenly it's at 50% again. So now we are changing a law, and we're still getting what we wanted here and not going to lose our stability. Also, this is one of the very few ways you can actually get a CB in this game. We're not going to worry about that at the moment because, again, most of how we're going to be expanding is we're going to be expanding over this direction, and we can just fabricate a Glencera CCB. So we're not too worried about that right off rip. Also, we've lowered our army maintenance so that we can make money, so we're not too worried about expanding right at the moment. Right now, I'm just trying to keep our nation stable, which is somehow more difficult than it was in my test runs. There was a major update yesterday that rebalanced all of the pop's needs and their demands. So that's probably what's causing this discrepancy, which is fine. It's not a huge deal. It'll just take a little bit for me to get used to is all. Let's see. We just need money. We need money. We also need food. What does this do? Oh. Gives crown power, which is nice. But it also really very much pisses off the Pope, which is not as nice. So I'm gonna not do that. I don't really want to piss off the Pope instantaneously. Hey, some free support in our Senate. Oh, actually. Nah, we couldn't get enough. We wouldn't be able to get enough to get back up to 50. That being said, it's only 7 stability if it fails. There's only 55 days left. We could change another law. What does this do? Fort maintenance? I've already got it turned down to 0. We could change another law if we really wanted to. Let's go to socioeconomic laws, see if there's anything here that we would want to change. We're actually okay with leaving this here. Belligerent is, I believe, what I want to be moving towards. We might want to move to like this instead of this, but right at the moment we are having food issues in this province, so I think we just stick to the food production for now. What is this? Expected cost, moving towards aristocracy. This one's not bad, minus the decentralization, but sometimes you just gotta take a hit so that you can, you know. Oh, this is actually kind of key when you're expanding, honestly. The speed of integration is important when you're expanding, so we will want to change that eventually. Let's see, peasant levies. We don't like this levy combat efficiency reduction. We do like quantity though. But quality is also really good. I think I normally switch over to noble levies. We might have to do that as well. I do also like no censorship, which is what I was saying earlier. Nah, I think we'll wait until the next parliament. A dude bro died. Okay. We'll replace him. It's okay. Just pay a little bit of money, put a new person in that spot. It's perfectly okay. God damn it. Okay. We're not getting enough money. We need to increase our lumber RGOs. We need another month to tick so that I can increase this lumber RGO. I should have maybe built a road directly to this so that it would be more efficient. But I did not do that because I am me and I am le stupa. That means stupid, just so you guys are aware. I am, in fact, the big. I have contracted the big dumb somewhere along the line. Okay, I think this is actually where we're going to call it. I am very much tired. It is whatever time it is. It is 6 a.m. And I need to be up. What is that sound? What was that? I don't know what that sound was. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked it, go and hit the thumbs up button. If you did not, go and hit the thumbs down button. Nobody gives a flying fuck anyway. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.